So I'm here with Kim Kopetz, who's CEO and President of the Opus Group. We're here at the Wythe Hotel ahead of our micebook Agency C-Suite Growth Summit, which is taking place tomorrow in New York City. Kim, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah.
It's lovely to talk to you.
Here.
Obviously, Opus has been in the news a lot recently. Big period of change and growth, acquisitions, VC funding. Be really interesting to just, I guess, get the big picture. You know, what's the vision behind some of these developments that have been taking place? If you could kind of talk us through some of them, some of the big changes and why.
Sure. We first started our journey with private equity in 2015. So we were smaller agency and we got some private equity investment. And then we went on this sort of acquisition growth in 2018 and 2019. We acquired 7 different companies. And so in that period, really the strategy, which continues today, is around either getting into new verticals of markets where we have traditionally been focused on the technology sector. So new markets, new regions of doing business, so expanding globally, adding different clients into the portfolio or skill sets. And so that was the strategy for a while. And then equity is usually on sort of a 3 to 5 year turn period. And when that period came up, we were in February of 2020. So we did not sell the company at that time or transact to a larger investment partner. And so over the last 5 years, we've really been refining what that strategy looks like. And our current strategy today is the Opus Group is a portfolio of global agencies. So all of our agents, we have 3 agencies in our portfolio, and they all are doing global work. Each of them have offices in multiple regions. And so our acquisition strategy or growth strategy has really been about continuing to provide premium, consistent work wherever you are in the world.
And the 3 different agencies, can you talk us a little bit through the sort of, I guess, the different vision and spaces of each and
Sure,
how they all operate together?
Yeah, well, we're really deliberate about an Opus Group vision and mission, and it's really to create and develop experiences that drive impact, for the world's most influential brands. So that's really what our mission is. So wherever you work within the Opus Group, whether you're in finance or HR, anything, you're supporting that vision. But each agency has their own identity based on the work they deliver. So Opus Agency, which is the larger of the 3, is really around looking at an entire portfolio and events at scale. A lot of events that happen reoccurring year over year. So an annual conference or an incentive meeting or a summit. And so really going deep and wide within a company and becoming a very strategic partner in their event experiences. Moss, which is the second agency, is really what I would say focused on brand moments and being very disruptive in the market and being partners with their clients in that portfolio aspect. But the outcome of what they're trying to deliver is never the same any year, because it's sort of there's a product launch or there's they're going to come out with a new category, or they're exhibiting in an event for the first time and they want to be the most talked about brand. So it's just a little bit different than that approach. And then Verve, which is our largest European brand, they also just opened an office in Singapore. They have a lot more focus on B2C. So more of that festival, sports activation. They have a lot of core competencies in sort of all of the touch points from digital to in-person. So
what do you think's behind this kind of driving this wider consolidation that we're seeing across the market right now? I mean, sometimes this morning I woke up to another acquisition announcement, and sometimes it feels like there's not a week that doesn't go by without another acquisition.
Yeah, it's an interesting time. I think there's a lot of founder-led acquisition, or founders that are looking to find new investment partners or exit. So, it's, there's a lot of yes, there are a lot of things happening right now, but I don't think there's one red thread as to why. I think a lot of founders reach a point where they're sort of at an inflection point with their company that they either need to put in a lot of capital to build out infrastructure, oh, we need a CRM now, or we need this, like they're just growing. And managing people through growth, it takes away from doing the work.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes they want an investment partner to do that. And then a lot of times from the strategic acquisition, or a strategic buyer, like an agency buying another buyer, it's for the reasons of it's talking about of like, you want to go into a new market or a different type of capability, or you're trying to expand in the vertical market.
So obviously your new partnership with Eagle Tree, you sort of talked about it continuing the work that you'd already been doing, but is there something that this partnership will enable you to do that maybe you couldn't have done previously, or what's the sort of the vision moving forward?
Well, I think one of the big things I'm excited about is an investment in some of our own infrastructure and the technology to leverage AI in ways that allow us to be more strategic or insightful or thoughtful about our business. We have so much data. I mean, everybody says this, you have so much data, but you can't actually be predictive or insightful on it if it's sitting in a bunch of different places. I mean, AI is only as powerful as it can be with the data it has. And so I think the opportunity to have incremental investment into these platforms and thinking about it is, how does AI become part of our DNA and our fabric versus
being used more ad hoc or for particular
experimental
clients.
playground. It's not going away, and we need to be really deliberate about how we leverage technology and things to free up our team's time so that they're able to focus on more higher value things. So,
what have been the biggest lessons that you've learned through acquiring businesses over the year, and how do you integrate a business successfully?
I think about it differently because I grew up in this business. Like, I started in the trenches, and so I know how disruptive it can be. And I think a lot of times people they underestimate how disruptive something is. I remember in theory, like a lot of times things don't change. Like, there's no layoffs, there's no restructuring, there's no, it's all very positive. But if I change your corporate card from Visa to American Express, something changed.
Yes.
And all of the vendors that use this card, or all of, you know what I mean? Like, there's just, so you can never underestimate change.
So do you think that we are entering a bit of a golden era for experiential? And would you say that live experiences are now finally being viewed as a core business and marketing driver by all organizations, most organizations?
I think definitely it's changing for organizations that weren't already on board. Like, that's the beauty of the tech industry, is that they have always used events to forward their business. And I think a lot of other industries are starting to get on board in the B2B space, particularly, not only for like accelerating their business, but also like loyalty, like with employees. Like, we're seeing more investment in employee events, because talent is very competitive. And so that's, people are understanding all forms of human connection have a value. And I think it's interesting with AI, we're seeing it. I mean, I have kids in their 20s that you're learning not to trust anything that you see digitally. And so the power of, I heard it, I saw it, I touched it,
I was there.
It means a lot. And there's a premium associated with that and a value. So there's one from an experience standpoint for brands that are just wanting to connect and loyalty. And then there is also this sort of pipeline acceleration, revenue generating impact.
There's always challenges. What are the kind of biggest pressures facing agency leaders right now?
I think the hardest thing is probably tied to talent, because The relationship in businesses is a trust business. It's like, I'm trusting you to do something, like executing a program that is representing our brand, and can you do it as good as I would do? Because event people are control freaks. I mean, that's sort of the world of it. And so retaining talent is so critical, because it's a trust, and it's such a tight relationship. And you want, as an agency leader, to provide career growth for people and challenges. And so it's interesting, because I've had conversations with our clients where they, their budgets are flat, they don't want their rate cards to increase, and you're, by the way, signed into like a, multiple year rate card. It's like, well, the people working on your team were promoted, they get raises, they need other, you know what I mean? And so it's like, you want to keep working with this person. Well, this person now costs this, and they want growth. So I think that's the challenge.
So looking ahead the next few years, what do you think will, I guess, define those that are successful and those that maybe are struggling on the agency side?
Yeah, I mean, I think the ones that are going to be successful are the ones that keep evolving. You cannot be complacent in this business, because it is a complex industry. There are humans involved, there are feelings involved, there's, it is, you have to keep on top of it. And I was talking at a panel last week, and I was saying, back when I started doing events, like your question would be, do you want continental breakfast or do you want deluxe continental breakfast? And that had fruit. And that was literally your choices. Yeah. And now there are 17 different dietary things. And so that's an example of how complex our business is. And as agency leaders, you have to embrace this complexity, and you got to figure out how to work within it. And that's from your teams, your talent, and your clients, and just the industry as a whole. So I think it's not for the faint of heart.